Everyone loves the holiday season. There's lots of delicious food. There's pumpkin spice and peppermint mochas. There's time with your friends and family, and there's even a little bit of time off from school or work. But the downfall to holiday season is, of course, all of those holiday parties. I'm going to a Friendsgiving tomorrow. So in this video, I'm going to give you my tips on how you and your diet and your fitness goals can survive this holiday season. Step number one, get to the gym.
Good morning. So it is Saturday morning. It is the day of Friendsgiving. I trained boot camp this morning and now I'm at the gym ready to hit my own workout. So I have metabolic conditioning, which basically means high intensity training and conditioning, sure to get my heart rate up, sure to kick my butt basically. So that is your step number two. Get to the gym. Yes, step number one, get to the gym. Step number two, get to the gym. The reason your first two steps are both to work out is basically in the name of consistency. If you know you have a party coming up, you're going to be somewhere where you are going to be tempted to, veer from your diet or things like that. You want to make sure that the week leading up, you're as consistent as possible. You're not skipping workouts this week. You're not having cheat meals this week. You're trying to stay as fine-tuned as possible leading up to it so that you're not veering way off the path of where your fitness goals are trying to lead you. So again, that's why your first two steps are both working out. Yesterday I worked out. I'm back at the gym today so that tonight I can get through the party without feeling guilty if I have a bite of sweet potato pie or if I have a little macaroni and cheese bite, whatever it is that I'm going to have. Who knows? The menu looks amazing, but another story for another day. The point is that you need to be consistent, especially when you know you have something coming up. So, like I said, I have Metcon. Not going to post that workout in this video, but I will link a video to it if you're interested in seeing it. So I'm going to head inside and hopefully not die. All right, I just finished working out and I washed my face because I sat in the sauna, and apparently that's the best time to wash your face is after the sauna. Anyway, just finished working out. I'm gonna go home and eat. Yes, I'm going to eat. Do not starve yourself on the day of a party. That's not good for your metabolism. So after I work out, I am going to go eat. So I'm gonna do that, and then once again, just stay tuned. Obviously, the rest of the video will have the rest of my tips. So we just got done getting ready. And before we leave, I'm just going to get something in my stomach. So that is your next step. Get something in your stomach. I personally would not suggest having a full meal before you go, but that's just because I know myself in this situation. Even if I eat a full meal right now, when I get to that party, there's going to be food that I'm going to have no interest in turning down. So I'm just getting a little bit of something in my stomach. I've also been drinking this water as I've been getting ready. I'm planning to finish that before we get there. That's 32 ounces of water. So again, I'm having the 2 hard-boiled eggs and then just finishing that water just to get something in my stomach so that when I get there, I'm not starved and I don't feel like I need to eat everything that I see. Having something in my stomach will help me more with portion control. So like I said, even though there's going to be food there that I have absolutely zero interest in turning down, if I show up starving, I'm going to eat 2 plates of it. If I show up with a little something in my stomach, yeah, I'm going to probably eat it, but my portion size is going to be a little bit more reasonable probably. And so, like I said, if you're someone who you know that you'll be able to say no to the food, you probably don't need to be watching this video anyway, but then maybe you want to have a full meal. Earlier we went to brunch, I had a full meal before we went, and when we got to the restaurant, I didn't order anything. But like I said, in this situation, I know that there's going to be food that I'm absolutely not going to say no to. So I'm just eating a little bit of something so that I don't just go overboard. So when we get there, I will show you all of the choices that are there, and then I will show you the choices that I make. Hopefully they'll be smart choices. Just kidding. No, I will show you the choices that I'm making tonight just so that you can see what you can do in a similar situation. Just got here. One more pro tip. Eat some gum before you walk in. You're not probably going to want to eat anything with a fresh mint in your mouth. Yeah, that's actually.
Are so happy that you guys came. We really appreciate it. One of the main reasons why we have Friendsgiving is to look around this room. All of us is such a diverse group of people from all over the country, and we get together and just celebrate life and being thankful and friends. So that's why we kind of have this. My brother just got here, so I'm gonna have him say the grace, and then we can just eat in. There's turnips, dressing, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, corn pudding, green bean casserole. I think that's the jerk. Pork.
That's a jerk. That's a
Cur-
jerk.
I don't know.
I think that's the pork loin and that's the turkey.
Yeah, one's lamb, one's turkey, one's whatever. But yeah, but thank you guys, and if Big D, if you'll say grace for us, and we can get eating.
Father God, thank you for bringing us all here together to have a good time, fellowship, to hang out. Father God, bless the hands that prepared the food. In your name, pray, amen.
So what is on my plate? We're going to work clockwise, starting with about a half a cup of the turnip greens. And then I have a big spoonful of the dressing, and then about the same portion size of the corn pudding. That's about 4 ounces of lamb. And then underneath the tomato is a spoonful of smoked salmon. And then I also had a couple grapes and about a tablespoon of cream cheese and cranberry jam. So I underestimated just a hair how difficult it would be to film and narrate my food and beverage choices throughout the whole night in a social situation. So that's why once I filmed my plate, I just stopped and I was like, okay, I'll recap tomorrow. So again, you saw the plate, you saw my food choices. I also, not pictured, I had 2 glasses of wine. But I started with water, and then I had a glass of wine, and then I had another glass of water, and then later I had wine, okay? So I spread it out, one, so that I didn't, just like, okay, I'm gonna pound these 2 glasses of wine. But also, again, trying to keep my stomach full so I didn't feel like, oh, okay, now I want more of this, now I need more of that. So I did that, and then I also, for dessert, there was a lot of dessert there. I had like a little apple pie thing and then a little cheesecake bite. So it was my high carb day, so that's my excuse, I guess. But realistically, it was a lot of sugar, more sugar than I needed, but I had small portions or small serving sizes, so that's what you need to be mindful of. You don't have to go to holiday parties and say like, I can't eat any of this. I can't, and go to a holiday party and completely not eat anything. You don't want to be miserable there. Now, if you can go to a holiday party, like I said, I went to brunch and didn't order anything at brunch, and I was fine with it. If you can go to a holiday party and do that, obviously that's a great choice too. But we don't want you to be there miserable and just like drooling over everybody else's plates and wishing that you could eat something. So that's why I allowed myself to have the 2 little desserts, to have little pieces of things that aren't really on my diet plan. That's what holiday parties, that's what surviving it and sticking to your fitness goals is about. It's about moderation. So again, I had a little bit of pretty much everything. There were some things that I didn't have. I didn't have macaroni and cheese. I didn't have mashed potatoes. I didn't have green bean casserole. But pretty much everything else, I just had like a tiny bit, literally 1 or 2 bites of each thing. And I feel pretty good. I did just for funsies weigh myself this morning, even though that's not, just so everybody knows, that's not how it works. You don't eat food and then immediately like metabolize it into fat. So I don't even know why I did it, but I did. Whatever, I gained a pound, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Don't freak out when that happens. That's another thing, mentally getting through this. Really don't weigh yourself the next day. Just don't do it. Just move on, get back on track. It's really, honestly, as long as you didn't go completely overboard, that one meal isn't gonna take you off track. But again, as long as you didn't go completely overboard, okay? So again, it's about moderation. You stay consistent leading up to it. You get right back on track afterwards, and while you're there, you're making mindful decisions. Again, drinking water, staying hydrated, that's going to keep you full. That's going to keep you from feeling like you have to grab everything. But also, if you see something you want to try it. Just don't try 10 servings of it. Just try a little bite of it so that you feel satisfied. Overall, I feel really happy with how this weekend went. I had a lot of fun at Friendsgiving. I got to eat some things that I haven't eaten in a while, but I also didn't leave the party and feel like, oh my gosh, what have I done to myself? I had a lot of fun, like I said, but I think that I stayed on track, and I'm going to continue to stay on track. And I have another weigh-in or progress check on Wednesday. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens. So let me know if you have a holiday party coming up, if there's any other things that you feel like you might run into that you need guidance on how to work around that or how to get through that. But again, those are my tips. Stay consistent, be mindful of your portions, and just have fun. Be social. That's another one. Talk to people. The more you're talking, the less you're eating. All right?